Hi everyone, my name is Agnes Fries and I'm the creator of the online design tool called the Grid Designer. The Grid Designer is a drawing tool for creating craft color charts. You can use the Grid Designer to make charts for crafts like knitting, crochet, latch hook, cross stitch, and anything else where you need a grid-based color chart. As you're listening to this video, there are 3 things I'd like to ask you to do. 1, if there's content in the video that's useful for you, please click the like button at the bottom of the screen. If you want to see more content like this, click the subscribe button on the lower right corner of the screen. If you have any questions or comments, please leave me a comment below the video. Thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to edit a Christmas stocking pattern that I have posted online on my blog. First of all, let's just go ahead and navigate to the blog post that I had posted. To do that, you go to freezeworks.com, FREESE-WORKS.com, and let's click on Get Started. Get Started will take you over to all of my blog posts. And here's the recent one that I just put out about a knitted Christmas stocking pattern. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, and this is a stocking that I'm making. I'm making one for myself. That's mine there in the center of the screen. And now I'm going to take the pattern and I'm going to modify it. I'm going to make one in kind of a blue and gray, wintry looking thing for my husband. So I'm going to make one for him. So what I want here is there's some links down here. There are 2 patterns basically in here. The first one is for the stocking top, and the second one is for the stocking bottom, which is down here. So we're going to modify these 2 patterns, and we're going to use this information here it's in this section called Modify the Pattern. And basically what I'm going to do is follow these steps, but I'm going to actually show them to you. And then I'm going to modify the pattern, put my husband's name on the stocking, and change some of the colors in the pattern. So it says click here to open the shared project, stocking top. So I'm going to click on that. That'll show me a picture of the pattern. I can either click on the picture of the pattern to load the project, or I can click on load project down here. So I'm clicking on that. And now the Grid Designer starts up and it tells me that I need to click load if I want to load my copy of this project. And anytime a project is shared like that, or if you share your own projects on social media, when someone loads them into their copy of Grid Designer, they're getting a copy of the project and they're free to edit it when it doesn't affect anything that you did in your project. So I've shared this project. And now what I'm doing is I'm opening my own private copy of this out here, and you can do the same thing. And you can edit this in any way you want. First, let's go ahead and change the name because that's probably what everybody needs to do. So let's go and click. This is the selection tool down here. I click that so it's green. If it's the first time you've used the designer, there'll be a little pop-up that will come up that will tell you what you need to do with the mouse. And you can just say OK on that. And then what that will tell you to do is to drag a rectangle around the area you want to select. So I'm going to select this name here. Now this selection grid, that's movable. So if I wanted to move it somewhere else, if I didn't get it in the right spot, then I can do that. Or I can grab one side of it like this and bring it in or whatever I want to do with it. So you can rearrange it if you haven't got it in the right place. To clear it, you just go down here and click cancel the select, and that will get rid of that selection box if you've got it in the wrong place and can't fix it. So now once I've got it selected, what I can do is I can use this button here, which is the clear all. This normally will clear the entire screen, but if you have something selected, it will clear only the part that's selected. So let's click on the clear all. There we go. So the name is gone. Haha. So now we need to draw a new name. Okay. Now there are 2 ways to go about doing this. there's a text tool here, but in this particular project, that text tool draws text that has specific fonts, and the fonts have little, tails and things on them, and stuff that can't really be drawn in a small space. So this text tool down here is best used when you have about 20 or so cells. You can use it a little smaller than that. Some of the fonts are okay, maybe to down about 7 or 8 cells even. So there could be some use of that in here. But I'm going to assume that I just need to do this. I just need to put the block letters in, and I can't use this text tool in this area because I only have something like maybe 9 spaces in here to put something. Okay, so another thing that we can do, we could always draw it with our draw tool, but I also want to show you that there are some basic block letters that are here in the library. So if we go in here and we type letter, and my husband's name is Tim, so I'm going to type letter T. I think I have to do that in uppercase right now. That's something I can probably change as time goes by, but it looks like I have to type uppercase T. Okay, so then I've got some letters that are here. This is a real small one, 3 by 5, and I think I have 9 spaces in here, so I'm going to do a 5 by 9. So it's going to be 5 wide and 9 high, and we can kind of see the white in here. And let's see. So what I have to do is I have to pick a color from my palette for this T that's in here. And so what I need to do is I need to pick my color, and I want to pick it from the colors that are used. So I do the checkbox used. That shows me the white, the red, and the green that are currently used in the pattern. And I think I was using red for the name, so I'm just going to pick red. Okay, then it colors that red and shows it over my background color of white. Then I click Use Pattern, and I get a little floating T that I can put here. And I'm going to just put this sort of in the center for now. I'm going to center the whole thing in just a minute. So I get this little paste item here that I can stick there. Then I click on Apply to Grid. And then I'm going to pick out letter I, uppercase I, and we'll pick out a 5 by 9 for that. We'll set the pattern color to red and say Use Pattern. Then I get a nice little I here. I click on the blue button to apply it to the grid. Then I go here and I say letter M, uppercase. And let's get my size 9 there. And we'll put that into red. And we'll say, let's put it over here. Okay, then we'll take a look at it. We'll apply it down here. Take a look at it. It looks fairly close to the center. This pattern is 62 columns across, so 31 and 31. So the center line is basically right in here, which is not too far off. So, but one thing we can do, and when you load this pattern, you can do this too. You can see these numbers are floating around with my mouse, and these numbers show me where the mouse is at on the grid. And the numbers on the left-hand side are rows, and the numbers on the right-hand side are columns. So right now I am, and it says 1,84. That means that I am at row 1 from the top and 84 rows from the bottom. And the 1,62 means 1 column from the left and 62 columns from the right. If I go over here, you see I get just the opposite of that with the column 1. And then if I go down here in the middle, the rows and columns are so basically you can tell if I wanted to know like where I was at in the center, I look at the columns and it says 31, 32, and now it says 32, 31. So I know that this line right here is the center of the project. right? If there were an odd number of cells, columns across this project, then I'd be able to get those numbers to be exactly the same on the very center cell. But anyway, that's one way you can kind of tell whether you're in the center of something. And I'm also going to show you that when we go and we select something here, let's say I want to move this, and I want to make sure that it's as centered as it can be. So I'm going to select this text, and I'm going to do one column on each side of it. And I'm going to say cut, and then I'm going to say paste. And now when I have my little bubbles on, position bubbles turned on, then I can see where well, as I'm dragging this, and I've got my left finger down on the left mouse button while I'm dragging this around. As I'm dragging this around, you notice that the numbers are changing in the little bubbles on the upper right corner and the lower right and the lower left corner. So that's telling me where I'm positioned, where this box is positioned on the project. So I'm concerned mostly with, I can tell that I've got it centered horizontally in the white space, but I'm going to look to see how I can center, if I can center it better, left to right. So I'm looking at the numbers that are on the right side. On the upper right, we've got 42, 21. So that corner is 42 columns from the left, 21 from the right. And we want to know that 21 from the right because that's the right edge. And on the other side, we've got 24, 39. That's on the bottom left. So that is 24 columns from the left. So I've got 24 from the left, 21 from the right. So let's do this. It'll be 23, 22. If I move it again, it's going to be 22, 23. So I'm going to have to just pick one of those where I think it might look best. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it there. I click apply. And now I've moved my text and centered it. So that's what I suggest to you, is that you draw the name out first and then select it, cut it with this button, paste it with that button, and then you can move it around as an object and just and kind of center it where you want it to be. Okay, so now we've got that. So let's do a save. And let's say this will be Tim Stocking Top. So I'm going to save it as that. And now I'm going to do a little color changing in here. Now, this is your copy of the project. And if you would like to, edit completely some other picture or something in here, you're completely free to do that. You can, there's some drawing tools, videos that you might want to take a look at to see how to use the drawing tools down here. The primary drawing tool is down here. There's an eraser here, a fill bucket, line, shape tools, and text. So there's a set of drawing tools that you can use to just completely erase this and draw whatever you want if you wanted to. Okay, now I've changed the name. I want to go and see if I can change the colors. And I think the fastest way to do this is to use the color substitution tool, which is up here on the top toolbar. It says substitute colors. I'm going to click on that. And I'm thinking about making this kind of a blue and silver or blue and gray or something like that. I think that would look nice. I think I'm going to leave the white background alone. Now when we go into substitute colors, there are then 3 colors listed down here because these are all the colors that are currently used in the stocking. So when the substitute tool will then allow you to substitute those colors, kind of see on this preview up here what it's going to look like. And then when you find something that you like, then you click the convert pattern and it will change your pattern. And this is an undoable option too. So if you go out and convert your pattern and you don't like what you see, you can click the undo button later to undo that. Okay, so first of all, let's see, let's pick the red here. And let's see, I've got labels on. Let's keep the labels on. And I think for the red, I'm going to substitute something like some kind of dark blue, a royal blue or something like that. Maybe we'll pick, let's try royal for now. That looks kind of neat. Okay, and then for the green, let's go in and pick some kind of gray. Let's do, there's a light gray. That looks kind of light though. Let's remove that and let's pick something again. Now I can also search here for gray. And right now it's a case sensitive thing. So I have to type the uppercase G there. That's something I'm going to be changing in the near future here. But so we've got light gray, dusty gray, and gray heather. That's what it looks like we've got. So let's pick dusty gray. See how that looks. That's pretty nice. I think that's a good one. Okay, so let's click the convert pattern and see what that looks like. I like that. I think that's nice. The pattern's kind of going off the bottom edge here. We can also make it a little smaller. This is a zoom in and there's a zoom out. And if you want to make it just fit the picture, you click this here. Okay, and that will make it just the size of the picture. And notice that that button changes, and there's now a little return button here. That means that if you click it and it's zoomed to there, and you want to go back to where you were, you click it again, and it takes you back where you were. If you want to just stay there, then just leave that button alone, and eventually that little return arrow will go away, and then you can use it to do that again. But I think I like this royal and dusty blue. This is what I'm going to save for now. I'm going to then, when I get to actually making this, and I'll add a little piece in my blog about this, I'm going to look at my stash and see what I've got because I'm pretty sure I have royal blue. I may not have dusty gray, but I probably do because I have a lot of these. This is Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and I've used that a lot in the past, so I have tons of stuff. Okay, so let's say save. Okay. Now, if I want to print this, then I would go here to print. Okay. It's going to generate my print data. And then after it's done with that, I can click on this print button. And then depending upon what browser you're in, this will look different depending on, right now I'm in the Chrome browser, which is a free download from google.com/Chrome if you'd like to use the same browser. And here it lays out my pattern. Now this looks best in portrait. I've set the printing up so that it looks best in portrait. So if you previously printed something that was in landscape, setting this to portrait will make it look a little bit better. Okay, and so the first page here is like the first slice of the pattern. Second page is that, and then the right side is under here, and at the very bottom is your color key. Okay, for what yarn you're using. Okay, so I would just say print, and that would go and print on my printer then at home. And then we'll say close. Okay, now let's go to the other project that we were looking at. So going back over here to the Free Knitted Christmas Stocking blog, we have got that, we had that top stocking pattern, and now we've got the bottom stocking pattern down here. And I can load it in the Grid Designer by clicking this link. So I'm going to do the same thing here. That's going to open the stocking bottom. I'm going to say load project. It says I've got a project that's been shared. I'm going to load my copy of it. There, I've got it now. Okay, and now I want to go in here and I want to change this to be the other colors. So I'm going to say substitute colors again. Again, I have a list of the 3 colors that are down here. And by the way, if you click up here, say I want to change the red first, if you move your mouse up here, it will tell you, it will draw down here what the name of that color is. So if you have a lot of colors, that's really useful. And if you want to jump to that color in the list down below, so for instance, I'm over the hot red right now, I can click on that and it will jump me to the hot red color. So I'm going to substitute in here, and let's put my labels on again. And I was looking, I think I had royal. So we did royal. Click on the find button. So I had royal for Was it for the red? I think so. And then I had the green, which is here, and I substituted the gray for that. Click on the find, dusty gray. So there's dusty gray. And then I say convert pattern. So now I've got that one. I'm going to go and save that. And I'm going to call it Tim Stocking Bottom and say save project. Now, okay, so that was that. And then I would go and print that too. Now, well, just so you know, there's an alternative to printing it. If you want to just have it on your computer or something, there's also a download option here. And the download option will download it to a PNG file that will be on your computer. And you can then print that or look at it on your computer or whatever you want to do. But since I have, what I want to do is I want a paper copy of it. I'm going to just go click the print, go in here. There's my project. That's the left side. This is the right side. There's my color key at the bottom. And then we just say print. Okay. Then when we're done, we just say close. We're all done with that. Okay. All right. So that's basically it. We've changed the name and we've switched the colors around. And if you're interested in changing the entire pattern, you can definitely go and do that. You'd want to use the editing tools down here to change whatever you want to change in here. And in that case, it would be really good if you watch there's something called the overview playlist. If you go to my, let me go over here. Let's go back to, let's see. Let's go back to my website here where my blog was. And over here, if you want to get to my YouTube channel, there's a link up here at the top. You say YouTube channel, and you can click on playlists and the things that let's see, overview videos. So this Grid Designer overview videos, this is a really good selection of general information about how the editor works, how the drawing tools work, and there's a printing thing. There's a thing in there about printing and download. There's stuff about the colors and the palettes and all this other stuff and how you basically do the drawing and things. So that'd be the place to go. That'd be the best place to go. All right. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please click the like button at the bottom of the video. There was good information here. Then, and if you want to see more videos like that, please click the subscribers button. I'm relatively new at getting all this stuff out here, so I'd really appreciate to get more subscriptions. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.